5, 6 og 7 trinn. For deg som mye opp og ned på jobb og trenger en trapp du kan stole på. Nå kun 2690 X-moms for 5 trinn. Tools for sikkerhets skyld.
Here right now, it's dereliction of duty, which is also a reason for execution as a witch. One of the things you kind of notice is there's something kind of off in the smell in the room. Now, is that because I cooked a bunch of men out in the hall, or you're asking great questions that I'm guaranteed will not answer? Okay. But you are not seeing any signs of struggle. It seems like the bed sheets are in place. There's no dents or scratches anywhere in the room outside of where you can see Rex 2 is clearly circled multiple times before sleeping with metal feet pretty regularly. Is Rex 2 here? Rex 2 is also gone. Okay. The marks against the judge for heresy. That's all just like instinctual witch hunting instinctual.
Yeah.
It comes unbidden.
Yes.
And then it mentally is set aside like, not what I'm here to do.
I
But
would say you didn't see him hack anything. That's an important find. Yeah.
yes, but so his quote unquote personal effects remain here,
Correct.
but no sign of a struggle. Which this is the part that is just the heretic hunter methodology of like, okay, so that feeds into my already preconceived bias that there wasn't a struggle here. Damien's not gonna make any assumption of like he was grabbed in his sleep, the way like we were surprised in our sleep. People welded a door onto our room, and we slept through that. But Damien is fully like, okay, so he either knew these people or was made to leave in a non-violent way.
Would you pop his footlocker? It's closed, correct?
Yes.
Fabulous. Are you doing that through some kind of lock picking or having Solomon smash it? How do you get into something that's locked?
That's a good question. Damien would try it just to think like it wasn't locked, and then I think to find that it's locked. I think if this were less dire, like the violation of like people, so many people having come onto our ship, taken the judge, and nearly killed Morgan and Solomon, Damien might, if it weren't so dire, Damien might have been like, I don't want to get on the judge's bad side because he is like a dog with a bone about things, and I don't need that hassle on this ship. There's enough enemies without. Don't need enemies within. But it's pretty serious, and we're just going to scour this place. So he will point to the footlocker and say, Solomon, this is locked. Can you do anything about that?
I can break it open.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Two-handed
swing smash. Is it just like a padlock, or is this like
It's a padlock,
Yeah,
on the metal box.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to make you roll for that. You bash through an entire metal panel. I think you can break a lock. Do you know what? Give me a D20 roll just to see if you roll a 1.
Not a 1.
That's all that matters. So you break the lock off, and as you look inside, you can see it was a genome lock. It was like a thumbprint that would get a little bit of blood. It's not just a traditional kind of like turnkey lock. As you open it up and look inside, you see the judge's shotgun, you see the judge's shield, you see the judge's shock ball. His weapons are still here.
helmet?
Helmet, no.
Took that. Okay. This is very unusual.
His weapons.
I will also say his armor.
His armor.
We established, I think he doesn't sleep in his armor.
No, he doesn't. That's true.
Yes,
But he
his
took
armor
his
is-
helmet.
He sleeps in his helmet.
He sleeps in that. What a very strange man.
When I woke up during that warp incursion, I woke up to find the judge in naught but his underclothes and his helmet.
Well, I suppose it's good to always be prepared, in a sense.
Well,
Kind of.
he wasn't prepared from the neck down.
Yeah.
I suppose that's his prerogative. Anyway, what this means, pay attention.
Sorry. Sorry.
Solomon.
Sorry? What were you saying? Something about the judge?
He left all these effects here. I thought no sign of a struggle.
Okay
implied,
then, time to go home.
Compliance. But I've never known him to go anywhere without his weapons.
And I've never really known the judge to be compliant either. To me, this seems like something that he did under duress. In the same way that Morgan found herself confronted in the night, but chose to fight back. Maybe the judge didn't make that choice.
What kind of person could make the judge not lash out and leave his duty? A perhaps they leveraged the cyber mastiff.
Do we know about his family?
You and I do not.
We did that, right? That was just Morgan.
Just Morgan
Yes.
is aware of that. Solomon, one of the things that has been distracting you, it's why your brain has been so aflutter during this conversation, is a particular smell, and I want to know if you can identify it. Can you roll me a medicine with advantage?
I'm very medicinal. That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. The smell that you are experiencing, it's reminiscent of a smell. It doesn't exactly match something that you'd experienced before, but knowing that you grew up around Grox farms and these other areas, and that Grox are large and very dangerous, especially when in rage, this smell reminds you of something on Promethea that are called sleeping salts. It's a salt that can be spread around that creates kind of a noxious fume that can cause Grox to become dozing. It will knock people out in an instant, but it doses and sedates larger beings like Grox. There's something about the smell in this room. It's very, very faint. It's blended with the smell of the burning from the hallway and the combat that took place. Though you opened this room and it was relatively fresh, so for you, that's what stands out here. Is there something similar to that?
So I'll pass that along to Damien. Listen, this is a bit of a stab in the dark here, but I smell a very specific kind of sort of sleeping agent.
Jeg skal hjemover.
Sleeping salt. I
Nei,
haven't smelled that in a very long
det er ikke så
time.
lang
It takes me-
strekke. Skal vi kjøre i kvarter cirka?
Thing. This isn't just a
Vi skal hjem
false
alt.
positive. I'm confident that's what this is.
I don't smell anything.
Hvor er du fra?
This is a Promethean. I don't know if you even recognize it in the mix. All the smell of burnt hair and everything around. It's
I know that smell. So what does this mean then?
And I'm wondering they
Planen var at vi kanskje skulle en tur til Nordland i år på sommerferie, men jeg får se han litt.
maybe that's why they were able to spirit him away so quickly. And does he sleep in his helmet? Is that what we're? Because that would explain that too if they just hauled him out of bed. My question then becomes, why bother with Morgan at all? If they came to get the judge and they got the judge, why was this person toying with Morgan in the?
Jeg kjører alene.
That may be a question for the interrogator.
It's very peculiar.
Do you think you could sell
Hører kanskje at jeg ikke er vant til sånn der nordlandsk nynorsk. Nei,
just occurred to me that we slipped?
nordnorsk, ikke nynorsk. Det er vel.
That is strange.
So, if everyone's been incapacitated, I mean, they just lost 50 soldiers, 50 boarders. By what? Going after Morgan, but wanting her awake. She was drunk, they could have walked out with her just as they did with the judge.
None of this makes sense to me, especially if this is something that theoretically the Inquisitor sent out. And I don't know why all of these mixed messages.
That also troubles me and puzzles me.
You're right, we should check our room just to be safe.
I'm sure Morgan is reaching out to Valentine to confirm this information from Avarice.
Morgan, what are you doing? You have Talos with you. Avarice has been left behind to get his brain scanned by Closet.
Yes, so Morgan is buying time while that scan is going on because she wants just the information and also wants time to turn her own brain over to try and suss out everything that has gone on and what it means to the mission at large. And she thinks well and is settled by other people being around or talking because she's had the bar situation she's just likes there to be more chatter rather than being alone. She's in her youth listened to people through walls, and so that's calming to her. So she brings Talos Ivo back to her captain's quarters, and she's sitting at her desk, but she's going to talk to Talos Ivo and say, Talos, when you started work on the Geller fields and investigating how you could improve them, I don't know much about your religion, but I assume you knew it would be heretical to make those changes.
Oh, of course not.
No.
No.
Why not?
Well, it's perfectly fine. It turns out there are two different theories of Mechanicum, what they would deem experimentation, which I agree is absolutely heretical. But I'm part of the Belisarian call methodology, which means that instead of actually trying to experiment and create new things, which I believe is absolutely heretical and no one should do, we actually are trying to rediscover old technologies through recreating experiments that must have logically been done in the past. So I'm not learning anything new, I'm just recovering learnings that have been lost. That's why it's not tech heresy, according to me and Belisarian's call. Unfortunately, a lot of the Mechanicum seems to have differing opinions on that.
I see. So, you are still following your religion and not a heretic in your own eyes, but following the path that makes the most sense to you to improve the Imperium.
Yeah, I guess.
Or how would you put it?
I'm still absolutely following my religion, just some people got my religion wrong.
I see.
You know, dinosaurs and such. People who want things to be more simple than they are, and thus are holding humanity back by not recreating, you know, knowledge and other things that humanity's always had. I'm doing the right thing, and they're backwards.
Yes, that makes sense to me. And Morgan is mostly trying to talk to him about this in order to suss out her own feelings about the situation with the mission and with Valentine and with everything of what is the correct path, but also just feeling like Talos Ivo was both given to her by Valentine and was said, like, this is a man who's not a heretic, this is a person who will help you on your mission. And because he's so forthright and just doing his own thing, he feels like a safe person to just bounce.
I think I'm gonna go to McDonald's and spend my McDonald's points so they don't disappear before I get to use them.
Continue my work. I don't know why it has to be for the Inquisition.
So I will see what I can order.
Working for us right now.
Well, yeah, then I'm going to improve the Geller field here. Yeah, of course. I can't really do my work. I don't really have any equipment. I just have access to a Geller field that's hidden behind a shield that I can open sometimes. I've been banned from the hold.
Yes, I see. And you are banned from the hold because Closet doesn't trust you, right?
Closet considers me a heretic? Yes.
People who have different views on the same religion, all under one roof.
Well, and then some of them have a completely different religion and also think I'm a heretic, like Damien and the judge.
That's right. Well, I appreciate the work you are doing to keep our ship safe from the warp.
You're welcome. What about you? How are you doing?
Morgan is just like... As he says that, she's looking over to Romeo, who's been shot to death again on her table.
Yeah.
And going in, and she's just gonna like pick him up and look at her skull, her poor broken skull friend. I wish my tools would stop breaking.
I hear you, sister.
I love Talos Ivo so much.
That's all she has for him.
You want me to fix that?
Are you able to do that?
Will you let me into Closet's berth?
I can't control him with that.
Well then, maybe. I gotta see what I can get Avarice to carry out.
What things would you like?
Basic toolkit would be great. Data slate, collection of computational engines, welding, perhaps a workbench or two.
I'll see if we can get you your own space to work on things.
Ooh. You're a good boss.
Morgan is just has nothing more to say, and we'll leave Romeo on her desk, and then is going to exit back towards seeing how far Closet has gone.
Well, I wonder if I'm just supposed to wait here until she comes back. I'll do that.
Talos goes and sits down, just patiently waiting in the corner on his tracks. And you go back to find Closet. Damien and Solomon, is there any other investigation you wanted to do on the way? You see Morgan moving past back towards Closet section of the ship, but that does not necessarily mean you need to follow her.
I think it gives Damien pause for a moment because he doesn't know about the astropath cost of calling Valentine. So he thinks it's weird that she's not in the astropath room talking to Valentine or waiting to be hailed by Valentine or anything like that. That's just like, oh, weird. But I think we would be remiss, Solomon and Damien, if we didn't try to conduct some sort of investigation on the corpses in the hallway.
Yeah.
Figure out the nature of their mission. Obviously, abduction, but why? Who are these people? I burned a lot of them. Did I burn all of them? I can't actually recall now. Did you slay some with your sort of like cut them down so that they're not, immolated, or
They got crushed by the shield.
those guys are probably our best bet.
The guns are shot a few too.
Yeah, okay. So there are some that are not absolutely fucking
Maybe like
toasted.
5%
I was gonna say they have legs and arms left for the ones who got heavy gun.
I was gonna say, I
that were
remember
crushed, but there are
pink
pieces.
mist.
There's a
Yes,
lot
that's
of mist, yes, but there are pieces left that have not been burned alongside the bodies that have been.
A great start then, I think, would be the ones that saw him crushed under the door, because I didn't incinerate them. That's
Hello,
about most of
I
the
am
attack evidence were
going
fine,
home.
and then see what we
But
can
first,
find there.
I'm kicking,
Have
gonna
this
stop by
nature
McDonald's,
get a
spend
sense of
my
maybe what we can find.
500 points.
Well, Solomon, are you helping with this, or are you doing your own search of something else?
And from the McDonald's, I only have like 5 minutes to drive, so it's not really
And see if anything else got
a long drive today.
Fucked up. So Damien, I'll be back. I want to have a look at these bodies.
But hopefully it's... Oh, you...
Great, I'll get a perception from both of you. Both
I
will
said,
have
yeah,
advantage of time
maybe.
to look, and you're seeing
If
what's
you have
there as
something
opposed to,
interesting.
I'm not magically making evidence appear.
Less crawlers, brothers.
Fabulous.
much worse. Just a 7.
Hopefully tonight I can play
You're
more
not sure if there's so many
OCTOWOW.
smells. You had to punch through a door.
Continue
Fire
leveling
was
on my
everywhere. There's just
paladin.
not nearly as much subtlety available to you in your own
Sign-ups
forest.
should be
Meanwhile, the
open
whole
permanently
idea
now,
is
unless
a couple
something
different
really
items you realize
got messed up.
goggles that survived as you pick them up and take a glance. You're realizing that the equipment on these guys is not
It was
booby-trapped.
open
You
this
have
morning
enough
at least,
familiarity with
so-
equipment through some of the training and experience that you had, that you're able to just kind of check it out. They had night vision, they had thermal vision, they had gloves. They also appear to have had something in one of their pockets. You're not sure if other people had it, but it seems likely. It's a device that you recognize as a stummer. S-T-U-M-M-E-R. It is a silencer for a person. It
Oh,
plays
interesting.
ambient noise in a way that it eliminates all the sound someone is making while they're moving around. So if you're wondering how the enemy crew could have gotten on the ship, could have set up the door to your room, could have done a lot of things that no one heard, they actively had sound jamming equipment that would make sure that organic and microphones and anything else, any organic someone could not hear them moving.
Have I found one that is intact and functional?
Yes.
I would like to pocket that.
Great.
To
You
my
pocket
coat.
it.
Great, thank you.
You're not sure how much of a charge it has, but you do have one.
Okay, goggles, gloves, stummer, and nothing else of note.
Combi, you're not seeing anything on these. It seems like they were more kind of the line troopers. The
Yeah.
most telling thing for you is the stummer. It would mean they could actually have welded your door shut and you just wouldn't have been able to hear it.
Right, okay, so we weren't necessarily drugged. We'll see what Solomon says after he comes back
Yes.
after having a sniff.
Solomon returns after having a sniff.
There's nothing in that room. It's just burnt hair.
And he's doing his own like CSI thing without realizing it. He's like kneeling over a
Well,
corpse.
I
but,
need
like,
my phone, so I
wordlessly
have to
doesn't
stop the
look up at
stream,
you,
so I will
reaches into
see
his
you
coat
guys
pocket and just
later.
holds a stummer like up over his shoulder out to you to look at.